Students, today we are going to discuss the next point of the chapter, de Broglie wavelength of matter wave. So we just have a discussion on the revision of this particular definition, that is a matter wave. What is a matter wave? The wave associated with the particle during its propagation. That wave is said to be de Broglie matter wave. Why it is said to be matter? Because the wave consists of particle. Particle is said to be a matter here. And the de Broglie wavelength of matter waves will show the dual natures. Sometimes shows wave nature, sometimes shows particle nature. Yesterday we have seen the LHS of the equation, particle nature, and LHS of the equation shows the wave nature, and RHS of the equation shows the particle nature. That means the de Broglie matter wave shows both natures. Sometimes shows as a wave, sometimes shows as a particle nature. Today we are going to see what is the exact value of de Broglie wavelength of matter waves, and can this de Broglie wavelength of matter wave equation is applicable for classical mechanics or it is applicable for electrons under motion. That again we are going to see as a two different forms of de Broglie wavelength of matter wave. So we start from de Broglie wavelength of matter wave. Figure here. This is the de Broglie matter waves, which consist of vibration of the particles like this. So this is said to be a vibration of the particles, okay, from its mean position, which constitute the de Broglie matter wave. It consists of matter, means it consists of a particle, okay, and this is said to be a wave, and here is said to be propagation of wave, means along this direction the wave is propagating. Propagation of wave in this direction. Okay, so it shows the dual natures, particle nature as well as a wave nature. Using the concept of the particle nature and wave nature, de Broglie first calculated the wavelength of the particular matter waves. So when light behaves as a particle, then light behaves as a particle, then energy of that particle, that is a photon, it is said to be is equal to h nu, is equal to h c by lambda, okay, where since c is equal to nu is equal to here c by lambda. This is equation number 1 that shows the energy of the particle. Light consists of tiny particles. It is said to be one quanta, it is said to be one photon. Okay. So when light behaves as a particle, then its energy is equal to h nu. I can write here as a hc by lambda. But de Broglie again taken the energy of the radiation. Did you heard about the concept regarding the Einstein's nuclear fission? Energy released by nuclear fission process. तुम्हाला nuclear fission म्हणजे माहिती असेल, one uranium nucleus, fast moving neutron bombarded on the uranium nucleus. Uranium nucleus splits into two constituent nuclei, barium and krypton, with release of again 3 neutrons. So this release of 3 neutrons again fall on the next uranium nucleus, which again splits into 2, barium and krypton. Again release of 3 neutrons. So during each disintegration of uranium nucleus, number of neutrons are released, and when whole uranium nucleus is disintegrated, energy released in the form of radiation. Energy released in the form of radiation means energy released in the form of wave having energy is equal to mc square. तुम्हाला माहिती आहे Einstein's mass energy relation is equal to mc square. So in this case, when energy released out in the form of radiation, light is not behaving as a particle, light is behaving as a quanta. Light is behaving as a wave having energy is equal to mc square. Here we say to be mass defect. This concept is there for the chemistry. Here we say to be mass defect into c square, square of velocity of light. Okay, then you will get the how much energy released during the nuclear fission process. So this principle was used in a preparation of nuclear fission bombs in a Second World War. So whatever the energy is released in the form of radiation, what is energy of that radiation or what is energy of that wave is equal to mc square. This relation you know, Einstein's mass energy relation is equal to mc square. So here light behaves as a wave. Okay, using these two equations used by the scientist de Broglie, using Einstein's equation for mass and energy relation, energy release rate is equal to mc square. Here also light behaves as a wave. रेडिएशनच्या फॉर्म मध्ये लाईट बाहेर पडले म्हणजे वेव्हच्या फॉर्म मध्ये बाहेर पडले. सो दिस इज वन एनर्जी. ही कुणाची एनर्जी आहे? लाईटचीच एनर्जी आहे. हे सुद्धा काय एनर्जी आहे? कुणाची एनर्जी आहे? लाईटचीच आहे. पण या केस मध्ये लाईट बिहेव्स एज अ पार्टिकल, या केस मध्ये लाईट बिहेव्स एज अ वेव्ह. मीन्स बोथ एनर्जीज आर सेम टू बी सेम. इज इक्वल टू h nu घ्या किंवा इज इक्वल टू mc स्क्वेअर घ्या. बोथ आर हॅविंग द सेम व्हॅल्यू. ओके, देयरफॉर बोथ एनर्जीज आर सेम. Behaving as a wave, behaving as a particle, energy remains the same. Equating 1 and 2. Equating equation 1 and 2, what we get if energy is said to be same? hc by lambda is equal to mc square. hc by lambda is equal to mc square. cc gets cancelled. Therefore, h by lambda is equal to mc. So what is this mc? Mass into velocity, that gives the momentum of that particular wave. So h upon lambda is equal to p. Therefore, lambda is equal to h upon p, or in some book it can be written as a h upon mc or mv. Okay, h upon mc or h upon p. This is de Broglie equation for matter waves. Lambda is equal to h upon p or lambda is equal to h upon mc. This is de Broglie wavelength of matter wave equation. This question could be asked for the examination for 2 to 3 marks. What to do? Consider the energy for the particle, consider the energy for the wave using mass energy relation, Einstein's mass energy relation. Okay, equate the two equations. You will get h upon lambda is equal to mc and lambda is equal to h upon p or h upon mc. This is de Broglie equation for matter waves. But see, what is your observation from this equation? Mass means what? Mass of that particular particle present within the wave. Mass कोणाचा वेव्ह आहे का? नाही. c काय त्याची वेलोसिटी. ओके, आणि h काय प्लस कॉन्स्टंट आहे. जर पार्टिकलचं मास लाइटर असेल, बघा लॅम्डा इज इक्वल टू h अपॉन mc और h अपॉन p. मी या टाइपचं बघा इक्वेशन लिहितो. लॅम्डा इज इक्वल टू h अपॉन p और लॅम्डा इज इक्वल टू h अपॉन mc. lambda is equal to h upon mc. If m is mass of particle, then lighter the particle, lighter असेल लॅम्डा. ही de Broglie वेव्हलेंथ ऑफ मॅटर वेव्हचं इक्वेशन आहे. लॅम्डा आणि मास मध्ये कसं रिलेशन आहे? डायरेक्ट आणि इनवर्स आहे. इनवर्स रिलेशन. सो इफ मास इज सेड टू बी लाइटर द पार्टिकल, देन वेव्हलेंथ असणार आहे. मास कमी तर वेव्हलेंथ जास्त. लाइटर द पार्टिकल, ग्रेटर would be wavelength. Is it clear? So using the equation, this is our first observation. If particle is very lighter, it can vibrate number of times per minute. Okay, number of times, maximum, minimum. So frequency increases, so wave propagation increases and the length of the wave will increase. This is due to lighter the particle. Lighter the particle, greater would be the wavelength. And second, greater is the velocity. Greater is the velocity of wave. Velocity जास्त असेल तर काय? Wavelength is a smaller. Smaller would be wavelength. Smaller would be the wavelength. Greater is the velocity of wave, smaller would be the wavelength. These are some basics, or I can say a simple observations from the de Broglie equation of matter waves. So this is de Broglie equation of matter waves. Keep in mind, this equation is applicable for all the charged bodies, all the bodies which are traveling in the medium in the form of wave. So whether this equation is applicable in a classical mechanics, whether this equation is applicable for electron motion, that we are going to see as the next point. Okay. So this is a de Broglie equation for matter waves. Keep in mind, lambda is equal to h upon mc and lambda is equal to h upon p. So we'll see different forms of de Broglie equation for matter waves. अगदी simple equation आहे. So h upon mc mass and c is the velocity. हे दोन observations लक्षात ठेवा. Somewhere in CET they could ask the question, written the velocity, the wavelength of de Broglie matter wave is. You should know the relation, then only you are able to solve. ठीक है, different forms of de Broglie wavelength. Different forms of de Broglie wavelength of matter waves. Different forms. Out of different forms, I will consider first form in terms of kinetic energy of particles. So this is the classical case. Classical case. So in classical case, suppose if particle of mass m, particle at mass m moving with velocity v, then its kinetic energy is. What is the kinetic energy? It is E is equal to 1/2 mv square. Classically is the particle motion मध्ये असेल, that is the de Broglie wavelength of equation. Wavelength de Broglie wavelength equation for matter waves applicable आहे का बघायचं आहे. Energy of the particle always is equal to 1/2 mv square. Multiply divided by m square v square by 2m. Correct? What is mass into velocity? P square by 2m. Therefore, P square is equal to 2me. Therefore, P is equal to square root of 2me. Other equation was, suppose that equation, de Broglie wavelength of matter wave equation was 1, and now this equation is said to be 2. Momentum of the particle. Okay. Put equation 2 in 1. We get. Put equation 2 in 1. What you get? Lambda काय आहे त्या क्लासिकल फिजिक्स मध्ये बघा. क्लासिकली पार्टिकल ची व्हॅल्यू काय आहे बघा. लॅम्बडा इज इक्वल टू h upon p is equal to h upon, what is value of p? Square root 2me, where 2 is a constant integer, m is the mass of that particle under motion, and e is the kinetic energy of the particle under motion. So de Broglie wavelength of particle, de Broglie wavelength of that particular system of particle lambda h upon square root 2m. Quantum mechanical lambda is equal to h upon p. पर जर particle under motion असेल तर त्या particle ची सुद्धा de Broglie wavelength lambda is equal to काय असते h upon square root 2me. This is the wavelength in terms of kinetic energy. म्हणजे क्लासिकल सुद्धा इक्वेशन काय आहे व्हॅलिड आहे. Classically when particle is under motion, its de Broglie wavelength is lambda is equal to h upon square root 2me. h upon square root 2me. This is one form in terms of kinetic energy of the particle. In terms of kinetic energy of the particle, equation किती आलं 3, म्हणजे lambda is equal to h upon square root 2me. Now we'll see in terms of potential difference. These are the in terms of kinetic energy. Now we'll see. In terms of potential difference, V is the potential difference, not the velocity. Okay, if this is applicable for particle, this equation should also applicable for the electron under motion. Discharge tube मध्ये जर इलेक्ट्रॉन असेल, त्याला जर इकडून इकडे जायचं आहे एका इलेक्ट्रॉनला, म्हणजे हा वेव्ह कुठली तयार करणार आहे वेव्ह. This electron also follows the de Broglie matter wave, because we know matter means the wave which consists of the particle, and electron also acting as a particle. Suppose here is a positive plate. I can draw here a negative plate. Here is a positive plate. Electron is moving inside the discharge tube. Suppose this is said to be discharge tube. Electron is under motion means this is the particle. Electron is under motion means this is the particle, and when this electron under motion acting as a particle, it forms a de Broglie wave. मग याची वेव्हलेंथ काय असणार आहे इलेक्ट्रॉनची ती आपण बघायची आहे. इलेक्ट्रॉन एका ठिकाणी इथं आहे, सपोज ए पोझिशनला आहे, पुढच्या पोझिशनला गेला, सपोज मूव्हिंग टू बी पोझिशन, मीन्स सम वर्क इज डन ऑन इलेक्ट्रॉन टू मूव फ्रॉम इट्स ओन प्लेस टू द नेक्स्ट प्लेस. इज इट क्लियर? पण कसा मूव जातो? व्हाय इट इज मूव्हिंग? बिकॉज ॲप्लिकेशन ऑफ पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स. अक्रॉस काय अप्लाय केलं? इलेक्ट्रॉनच्या पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स अप्लाय केलेला. सो हाऊ मच इज द पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स अप्लाइड? व्ही का पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स अप्लाय केला आहे, बरोबर आहे. त्यामुळे काय होते? वर्क डन ऑन इलेक्ट्रॉन इज सेड टू बी, वर्क डन ऑन इलेक्ट्रॉन इज सेड टू बी, how much it is? The work done on electron is EV. मी म्हणणार सर ही EV काय घेतला? E म्हणजे काय? त्याच्यामध्ये असणारा चार्ज, आणि V काय? अप्लाय केलेलं पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स. इतकं वर्क नव्हतं इलेक्ट्रॉनला पोझिशन A कडून पोझिशन B ला जायला, परत A टू B, B टू C, आणि शेवटी कुठे जाणार इलेक्ट्रॉन? Moving towards the positive plate inside the tube. Means what? Our aim is to find if the electron is under motion, charged particle is under motion, electron असेल, proton असेल, neutron असेल. If it is under motion, it has to follow the de Broglie wave equation. मग त्याची वेव्हलेंथ किती असणार आहे त्या इलेक्ट्रॉनची किंवा त्या चार्ज पार्टिकलची ते आपण या ठिकाणी बघायला. ओके, इलेक्ट्रॉन इज अंडर मोशन, वर्क डन ऑन इलेक्ट्रॉन टू मूव फ्रॉम इट्स ओन प्लेस टू द नेक्स्ट प्लेस, that work done always said to be a EV. But whatever amount of work done always equal to energy. मला माहिती आहे वर्क एनर्जी प्रिन्सिपल. वर्क एनर्जी प्रिन्सिपल काय सांगते? वर्क डन ऑलवेज कन्वर्ट्स इनटू फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी. म्हणजे इलेक्ट्रॉन एवढी एनर्जी मिळाली आहे, इलेक्ट्रॉन रिसीव्स दिस मच एनर्जी टू मूव इनसाइड द डिस्चार्ज ट्यूब. सो व्हॉटएवर E into V work done on electron to displace from its own place to the next place, that work done always converts into kinetic energy. Therefore this EV is equal to E. Okay, therefore मग त्या इलेक्ट्रॉनची de Broglie pattern ची वेव्हलेंथ किती असणार आहे? लॅम्बडा इक्वल टू काय असतं? h अपॉन स्क्वेअर रूट 2me. आता इक्वेशन तर माहिती तुम्हाला एवढे ते पार्टिकलची, हा पण पार्टिकलच आहे, तो पण पार्टिकलच आहे, इक्वेशन सेम आहे इन टर्म्स ऑफ एनर्जी, बरोबर. इथं एनर्जीची म्हणजे काय होणार आहे? h अपॉन 2mev. दिस इज नॉट अ वेलोसिटी, दिस इज द पोटेंशियल डिफरन्स. दिस इज पोटेंशियल डिफरन्स. Okay, so when electron accelerate under potential difference V, the de Broglie wavelength of electron is lambda is equal to h upon square root 2mev. काय केलं? E च्या वेळी कॅपिटल केलं ev, कारण एनर्जी म्हणजे काय ते वर्क डन आहे. So this de Broglie equation also applicable for any charges, micro charges, proton, electron, neutron, any micro charges under motion always follow de Broglie matter wave whose wavelength is lambda is equal to h upon square root 2me, and every particle of particular mass, particular velocity, particular momentum under motion always always produces the de Broglie matter waves whose wavelength is lambda is equal to h upon square root of 2 and e. So these are the two different forms. One in terms of kinetic energy of particle and second in terms of potential difference of the charged particles, maybe the electron, protons or neutrons. So these are the two different points to ask for the examination for 4 marks, or in terms of kinetic energy question could ask for 2 marks, in terms of potential difference question could ask for the 2 marks. And de Broglie wavelength of matter waves expression, it could be asked for examination for 2 to 3 marks. So here is the end of this chapter, because next points are there, photocells and German deviation experiment, but that point is not available for this syllabus because it is already deleted due to pandemic COVID-19. So this is the last point of this chapter, de Broglie wavelength of the matter waves. So I declare that here is the end of chapter de Broglie wavelength of. At the end of this point, de Broglie wavelength of matter, and chapter is finished. Thank you.